You see, this is why you don't mess around with time. Mess around with time just once, you could end up getting unmade. Welcome back to Chrono Trigger. For some reason, Marle's pendant happens to be a MacGuffin. And it activated a time portal, using science. Now we're in the year 600. The age of the war against Magus. Lucca somehow got here. I'm not quite sure how that worked, but Queen... what was her name? Queen Leene got herself kidnapped, and she just happened to be Marle's ancestor. They thought Marle was Leene, and now she's gone. Because the Queen is still in jeopardy. She needs heroes to go save her. Last place that anybody saw her was the Cathedral. You nuns have seen anything? Sounds like nuns to me. Totally normal nuns in a totally normal cathedral. Regular nuns. Total regular nuns. No, I should have stopped in at the inn, actually. Oh, hey, convenient shiny. Certainly this won't lead to some kind of battle. It's a coral hairpin. It belongs to Queen Leene. You guys aren't normal nuns, are you? Nope, they happen to be Nagas. So, I managed to do a little bit of leveling up, so I could get Lucca her ability to flamethrower. And these Nagas have slow attacks, which is terrible. But not only do we have flamethrower, we have a flame spin. If we combine Cyclone and Flamethrower, that's another thing in Chrono Trigger. Dual techs. And there's triple techs too, if you have the right team and a right kind of item. You could do even more powerful attacks. But they use up the MP on certain people. The Nagas are kind of resistant. It's better using fire attacks on them. Which is why I started off with the Flame Whirl. That's the power of science! So that takes care of the Naga nuns. Or so we thought! That's a cheap shot, so unfroggy! Speaking of frogs, it's a frog fellow. Well, thanks for helping us out there. Why are you speaking Old English? I know why you're speaking Old English. Lucca, don't be froggist. Well, your accent's a little weird. When Ted Woosley was translating this game, this particular fellow here spoke very confidently, but regular. It's just how Japanese do skill fighter talk. But in English version, he decided to up that a notch and make him incredibly English. We're definitely going with the English frog. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Put on some sunglasses. Oh, wow, that's very original, Square. This is Mr. Fabulous's more capable cousin, Frog. You know, regular name, big sword. And a weird pose. I'd never understood that pose. It was kind of out of character for him, being a formal English gentleman. But now that I know he was supposed to be like a skilled fighter, that's a little bit confident, it kind of matches. But before we go anywhere else, I don't have any MP on Chrono, and I need MP for Fire Whirls. And I was farming some gold. We got a lot of it off the Naga hits. Might as well take a nap. They have unique sleeping sprites. You get a little shot of Lucca without her helmet. Her hair is kind of, very anime, though. A little unsettling. Not very scientific, if you ask me. Anime isn't real. I know this. I've studied animeology. So, back to this problem. We have a coral hairpin, but we have a nowhere to go. And I wasn't paying attention to the frog too much. They did have a nun standing right here. Yeah, Chrono, an organ. What of it? You gonna start a fight? Set you on fire and hit you with a sword. The Nagas let us in. We're fine, dandy. I'm here to check on your life water. That's some pretty good life water right there. And potions. Nice potions, too. Yep, everything's in order here. Thanks, guys. Be nonchalant. You don't end up in a battle with them. But they're gargoyle fellows. Let's just loot their stuff. Like a maiden suit. More stuff! Maiden suits are exactly what they say on the tin. They're only for girls. Luckily, Lucca's the only girl in our party. Ah! Nugget Bromide! Score! That gave us away. Nope, it's our bromide now. Prepare to get fire spun to death. So Frog is kind of a nest in the party. He can heal. He has a big sword. He's really good at attacking. Except he doesn't get a PK rockin'. I'm just going to be setting everything on fire because these enemies just happen to be weak against it. I should be showing off Flamethrower. They kind of balanced out the leveling in this game too, in the Plus version. So it's not as hard to level, but it does even itself out eventually. I got myself a new sword. A steel saber, which is not quite a katana, but Chrono will deal with it. Looks like some kind of La Milana trap here. Really simple one now. It's the guards! I'm guessing you were escorting Queen Leene. Yep, they got her in the back. Good thing we saved these guys. Something about Magus. A treasure. Well, I'm taking his treasure. I'm also taking this power tab. Still not using it. I'm holding on to it like a special occasion. You know, when we really figure out what's going on around here, maybe I'll use those power tabs. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sneak by these guys. Oh, they caught onto me. They saw the bromide. I lingered a little bit too long, I think. So now we have Diablos and Masher. Again, weak against fire. But I want to use Flamethrower. Its area of effect is in a line. And as usual for being fire, lots of damage. So right now Frog is kind of our team healer, even though his heal stat doesn't really get all that high. He is pretty potent at it. There's one character better than him, and that's actually Marle. Marle learned some healing abilities. Oh, looks like these guys didn't catch on. Well, you know, maybe I like it. This guy in the back of us here, he doesn't have human down quite right. You know. But they're eating people. Oh, what are you waiting for? Exposition tastes bad to them. So Yakra has caught not only the Queen, but also the Chancellor. I knew there was something wrong about that Chancellor. He's actually a monster. He's a pulsating mass. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go with you. I totally want to check in on that Magus statue and not loot it. So I know where he went. And that's exactly where we're going. This doesn't look like a statue room. Yeah, is that Queen Leene right over there? Well, they said she was in the back. I don't believe you. I think you have Stockholm Syndrome. Also, what's the king doing here? No, something's wrong here. You guys are monsters, aren't you? Just hanging around, under disguise. I think they might be skinnies. This ain't the Magus statue room. This is the Magus statue room. That's a very nice song you got there. For an edgelord. So there he is. A likeness of the Ganondorf in this game. Magus. He has treasures of a speed belt and a defender. I'm just gonna let them worship Ganon. No reason to destroy them. I mean, they're busy. Don't you want people busting into your church and beating you up? That would be terrible. So we got extra health. Actually, that would probably be good on Frog. Considering he's kind of a tanky character already. Yeah, let's do that. Also, we picked up a speed belt. Thing about speed in this game is you don't really get it off of levels. There's only a tab and any items. So, you'd want speed because it obviously increases your chance of fighting in battle. But she has a sight scope. And it lets me see enemy health, which is actually pretty useful for the Let's Play. I'll trade some power out on Chrono for some speed. I mean, we'd be using fire anyway. Oh, right, I gave myself away by running. Oh, we're gonna have to kill ourselves some more snake. With fire. Could use some more tech points on Frog so he could learn his next ability. Which is obviously a more physical version of his slurp ability. Yeah, he slurps people to heal them. His fire is just like overkill to these enemies. They take so much damage from it, it's crazy. They also hand out so much gold, too. Man, I'm rich now. I'm gonna be sad that this game's almost over, because what else is going to be going on? I wanted to check out his techs. He gets a slurp cut. Soon, too. Of course, he slurps them, then he cuts them. Pretty simple. She learns a Hypno Wave. And Chrono gets that Wind Slash, but not anytime soon. It's not that vital right now anyway. It does have some secondary effects, though, that we might want to use. Alright, let's hopefully not give away to these guys. Or these guys. Ah, crap. Well, as long as those guys on the bottom aren't interfering, you know. They're kinda spread out, though, which is gonna make a fire world difficult. We'll save the MP, even though we got ethers, and I managed to have picked up one of those shelters while I was leveling. Now, this is why you'd want to use dual techs, because the battles could take a lot longer otherwise, and you'll take a lot of collateral damage. At least I'll be able to show off what a slurp does. Especially since they're focusing on Frog, it's a good thing I made him the tank. Position, slurp thyself! Alright, that didn't really show off the slurp all that well, but it is an effective heal for a really early game. I mean, we didn't even fight any bosses yet. We're still kinda in tutorial mode. Getting karate kicked in the face by gargoyles. I do wish there were more items that let you see health in battle in these old games. They're just so useful. Otherwise you would have to buy like the Prima Strategy Guide or something. So, you guys didn't see that battle? No? Nah, neither did we. Ah, here we go. As in all nice games like this, there's a save. That is not for your brain. That is never for your brain. But this is where you would use a shelter if you had one. I'll use the shelter a little bit later. I mean, we do have the Slurp Doctor on hand. We can heal right out of the inventory. Lucca could use a slurp. So now we're in the inner sanctum. We need to get in there, but there's spikes everywhere. which means there's a switch nearby. And there's traps everywhere! Let's try not to trigger Bat. Bat kinda just rubbed up against Frog and didn't do anything. Ah, there we go. Right switch. The right switch is the right switch. Do you see the Bat up there? I see the Bat up there. He's being a bat. No entry. Literally no entry. There's a wall here. Ridiculous. There's a heal. Potions all over the place. I triggered Bat. So I think the thing with bats is you can't really... Okay, you can physical attack them. Yeah, you can still whack a bat. Why the heck not? For some reason I saw that bat and I was like, no, physical attacks can't hit that, it's flying! Because sometimes Square games believe in that kind of thing. Actually, Flame Toss could hit all three of them, that's a good thing. That's what you get clustering together in front of a flamethrower. It's realistic. This game is more realistic than most modern games. There we go. Slurp Cut and X Strike. Obviously, X Strike is going to strike with an X. We can check our dual techs here. See, Chrono could team up with these people. So once you get Slurp Cut, you can combine it with Chrono, and you can do some extra physical damage. I wonder what this button is. Ah, yes, the More Bats button. When I make my evil lair, I'm definitely going to have a More Bats button. Let's not interfere with that guy. He looks like a battle, waiting to happen. I'll just take his shelter. How's my team doing? How's MP doing? I still haven't gotten down menuing yet. I should be playing this a bit more. Chrono could use it, Phil. We do have a battle coming up right over here. A big one, too. Someone is looking to get Fire Cycloned. Or what is it called again? Fire Whirl. Yeah, that's what it is. And then we'll show off some X Strikes. Stop kicking us, I hate it. Right, there we go. It's really hard to tell where the finger's going to be pointing. You just kind of just mash until you can get the most enemies in there. That takes care of those guys anyway. I'll just Frog, show off that slurp. Yeah, that's what tongues look like in this game. That's how they believe in tongues. You have, no, you don't have hip now. Never mind. I want to show off the X Strike. Frog is ready for it. Frog is really doing his job as a tank. Notice it did not do as much damage as Fire Whirl. These enemies are definitely physically resistant. Probably intended, considering you don't have a lot of elemental attacks. And I'm kinda sorta low-leveled. And we net ourselves an Iron Sword. For Frog. Yep, pretty much, that's what it is. It's on the tin. You don't have to be too imaginative with it. Frog, heal thyself. Did that only use 1 MP? How much does Slurp cost? Yeah, it only uses 1 MP. Really cheap heal. Pretty short section. Tutorial dungeon. Obviously we're going to have a boss coming up. The Queen is gone. You know what? I think there's going to be a save point up ahead. Let's go this way. Let's not wake that guy. Let's not run into the more bats I just created. Luckily they don't move on the vertical. You can just slide past them like that. Ah, no entry, you say. The heck with your no entry. Hey guys, I'm just on patrol. Don't worry about me. I said don't worry about... You guys know, don't you? You guys definitely know. Maybe I could scooch. Nope. Maybe I should just run for it. Well, I'm definitely going to be using this shelter after this. the Nagas are a bigger pain in the butt. And I can show off Slurp Gun on these guys. I like removing the Nagas first, and Nagas have slow. And that just makes the battles longer. Yep, it's a slurp and a cut. And it does terrible damage. Because like I said, physical. And these guys love to hurl people right into the menu screen. I didn't move because it's more text dependent, I believe. Like, it's really hard to tell when the menu's gonna move. I bet if this guy punches Chrono over there, the menu will move. Because you've seen it before. The menu could, like, move around on you. You'll end up on the bottom of the screen if the action's going on the top. I really just didn't want to use any MP there, even though it's kind of pointless. I played enough old RPGs. Just wanted to get through. Just let me kill Yakra. He kind of deserves it. He probably underpays you guys. It's a good thing they can't yeet you right into the other enemies. I mean, other allies. Even though there are enemies that can do that. Some really annoying ones in Chrono Trigger Plus. Near the end of the game. Just toss people around like crazy. Drives me nuts. Saw this coming. I'm just gonna save again. And you know what? Saving over this. There's nothing in those ruins for you. You know what? I just hacked this game. I put those there. You don't need to believe them. You shouldn't believe them. This time for our first boss battle. It even has the boss battle music. We're coming for you, Queen Leene. We need to save your ancestor. We know you're a fake Chancellor. Yeah, he's here too. Really? Just everybody calls him Frog, huh? Did you just go with that? He just goes with that? He's a pretty good guy. Alright, we know you're Yakra. We're ready to kill you now. I hope you don't have any descendants. I hope they don't have a grudge. And it's anime. They have to announce their ability as they use it. So remember when I used to make jokes about a Yakra? This is what a Yakra is. He just reverted to Yakra. Come on. Ted Woolsey had like 30 days to translate this game. You're gonna have some jank. Seriously, he only had 30 days. So, Yakra's kind of a pain in the butt, especially in Plus. If he's far away, he can't counterattack it. Also, I heard if you use line of attacks. You know what? I confused him with Kato. He counters when he's far away. I did an oops. Yeah. If you attack him close enough to you, he can't counterattack. How did I mess that one up? Oh, you're gonna be getting close to Chrono, huh? I should have saved up for an X-Strike. But a critical would work too. Is he too close to Frog? He's not counterattacking, even though it said clearly. You know what? Flame Whirl. You guys seem to be weak against fire. His worst attack is that Needle Rain. It could do like 50 points of damage. And there's the Earthquake. Earthquake really isn't that bad. It's the Needle Rain. You counterattacked that one, why didn't you counterattack the other one? Probably because he had an attack slotted already. Alright, how about Frog goes on slurp duty, since he obviously can't hit anybody. Chrono's gonna need the healing. He seems to be hanging around Chrono for some reason. Or maybe the game just stops telling you that he can't counterattack. Alright, here comes that Needle Spin again. I call it Needle Rain because Needle Spin sounds silly. I kinda have to focus on what I'm doing a little bit. Because this is Chrono Trigger Plus. The enemies hit harder. He has, I think, just about the same level of health, though. He just seems to be lurking in the middle here, using his needle rain. That's doing a heck of a lot of damage. He's going to be bleeding through our potions if he doesn't get close to somebody. I don't want him counterattacking. Or maybe I do. You know what, let's just X-strike him. X-strike him till he can't see straight. Set him on fire, too. We could just go for broke. Heal Lucca when we have a chance. No, fire isn't doing all that great. And the guy told me that he's not supposed to be able to counterattack that. Okay, bye, Lucca. That's why they gave you a revive. I should be packing more of those, especially in this game. Alright, this should be close enough, right? This won't cause murder. Yep, he's too close. Good. Hanging out with Chrono again, are we? Wait, where's my, Oh, that was Lucca I was on and not Frog. I was wondering where the X-strike went. Man, Yakra's a pain in the butt in this version. You weren't allowed to counter that. You weren't allowed to counter that. You were too close. He's not obeying his own rules. He's like an evil guy. Alright, I'm kind of afraid for my life here now. Because I'm running low on potions, I used up my revive. I healed the wrong dude. So now it's just panic mode. You can't choose a defense. X-strike seems to be doing the most damage. This guy's not following fire rules here. And he's using that terrible attack that murders people. Not too much more damage, but it's enough. Sadly, Lucca doesn't have really any heal abilities because she's science. But I'm just gonna depend on X-strike. You really gotta get used to using dual attacks in this game if you want to succeed. Just mashing attack for a lot of battles, boss battles, isn't the way to go. Well, there's the Yakra. He almost took away all our potions. He was tough. I should have leveled up a little bit more. The best victory music. I like this victory music. Now we saved Queen Leene. Timeline restored. We got ourselves a Marle again, maybe. But yeah, you should get with the thing, the begotten, because we kind of want our friend back. We get a mid-ether and the real Chancellor. What good is a Chancellor anyway? Why do we need this guy back? In fact, what is the deal with the evil Chancellor thing to begin with? Like, it's always an evil Chancellor, it's never an evil king, it's always the dude next to him. Feeding him the bad ideas. Hopefully this means you teleport, right? Oh, thank goodness. Being a really difficult boss for some reason. Sometimes bosses like that have counterattacks, they somehow know. And they'll just stay where their counter can work. For situations like we were just in. Oh, Frog, don't be like that. He's looking a little down. But we got history back to normal, right? I mean, a hero saved Queen Leene. Which means this guy could get his royal oat sowed. And we could get a princess. Yeah, good question about that. We need to check out Princess Nadia, aka Marle. Last time we saw her, she vanished in the Queen's room. Namely, Chrono saw her in there. And Marle has returned! Somehow without her dress on. So that's what you get for impersonating an ancestor, Marle. Yeah, that's called being unmade. Technically, you didn't die, you just were not born. In fact, how did you have a soul? It shouldn't have existed. At least you got a full team member, right? And yeah, we know your real identity. It was a giveaway. Once you vanished, when someone royal vanished, we just knew. King Guardia the 33rd. They're not very original with their names, I gotta say. Is that just what happens when you become king? You're just instantly renamed Guardia? Because it can't be a whole family thing, right? I mean, sure, you're princess. You kind of kidnapped me, really. So the real queen is safe. Let's get the fake queen out of here before, you know, they come down off their high. Because they'll be really offended. And we could properly look at Marle, too. I mean, a real proper look at her. Look at her chi-chi eyes. She's the bow user. She is also, as I said, the healer. In fact, she is the best healer in the game. She's not all that great at anything else, though. I don't like using Marle. Of course, she's a water element just like Frog. Probably goes hand in hand with the whole healing ability. But what did you do? This guy's really hard on himself. And Marle's not a fan of frogs either. Yeah, it looks just like her. It's weird. I mean, it had the guards fold. For a frog. At least Lucca got over her frog phobia real easily. So we can head back through this section. You get Marle some level up. This is what I tried to avoid before, but we do have a fire whirl, so it's not that big of a problem. Also, we have 3 team members, so these battles should be a lot easier. But these are the Roly Riders. I think we've seen the Rollies and the Green Imps before, but this is what happens when they combine. Or somehow it doesn't happen with like regular battles where you have Rollies and Green Imps. They kind of have to combine beforehand. And there's an Aura Whirl. You get 2 guesses what that does. Yeah, it combines Cyclone and Aura. You could heal everybody in the party with it. It's pretty good. Especially in Chrono Plus, where using a dual tech heal is a lot better than using the single tech heal. Which should be a duh, but you'd be surprised. Some of the single tech heals are actually a lot better in the regular version. We also have brown rollies, which are polies. They're palette swapping already. I'll just leave the Green Imp alone for a little while. Oh, Chrono, where did you get the crap beat out of you? Except, like, right there. You got the crap beat out of you by a Poly. That's gonna be a counterattack, isn't it? That's actually a counterattack. That's a regular attack. Alright, set it on fire. Make it go away. I'll use an Aura Whirl on everybody. Once Marle gets going here. Come on, Marle. Today. Thank you. Fills people with 70s. As in the 70s, not 70 healing. Even though I think it did about that. Alright, this guy's making faces at us. He's gotta go. I just want to get back to the present. Get the game over with. In fact, we'll leave the ending for next time. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah. We might as well see this cutscene at least. How are we getting home now? She has a good point. Alright, we'll call you Marle. Why is she so stuck on the name Marle anyway? What the heck is that? She opened that gate with her magic! They're blinking in unison. Kinda. They look like they're a half-second off. I see a little bit of self-confidence growing there, Lucca. She's not as modest as she lets on. She is really good with the science, though. I mean, she opened up the MacGuffin time portal and no time jannies came out of it. They're gates. So somehow that device that she has works exactly like Marle's pendant plus the teleporter thing. Okay, if they're unstable, are we really sure this is going to take us back to our time? But anyway, we got a gate key. We could just keep on opening it until we got it right. That's a good question. She's being ominous just then. So anyway, controlling these gates sounds really irresponsible. Once we get back, we should destroy that key. I mean, we don't have any more use for it. Just a little bit of Earthbound in the game. So, I didn't see any police here. I think we're off scot-free. Oh, also, we were talking to the Chancellor, and I kind of glazed over it. But he said that they're going to make a judicial system to punish people that kidnap queens. So, I guess that's in our favor. We invented a justice system in this world. Alright, Lucca's gonna do more science. Maybe something more timey. And I get a Marle. Great. Escort mission. Next time on Chrono Trigger, we take Marle home and absolutely nothing bad happens. Good day. And good night.